Hey, my name's Jerome and welcome to Gentlemen Becoming. Whoops, I bit my tongue on that one. In today's episode, we're going to talk about a very special fragrance. In fact, probably my favorite fall fragrance, and that's Valentino Uomo Intense. It's just spectacular. This particular fragrance is just out of this world. It's completely, it's just fantastic. Main notes are leather, iris, vanilla, and I'll tell you, it's just something special. It is probably my favorite scent out of all my fragrances. And I've got some real bangers in here too, some really good ones, but this is probably my favorite scent overall. Valentino Uomo Intense is just spectacular. It's a real compliment getter. It's got pros and cons, of course, but I always get compliments when I wear it. And the opening is just something out of this world. Like, when I first smelt it, when I first got a whiff of that opening, it gave me like tingles, you know what I mean? It makes me think of like something fizzy, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's the only fragrance that does that to me, and it's kind of captivating in that sense. So I thought I'd make a video about it because it is my favorite scent overall, but it's also my favorite fall fragrance. So let's get into it. If you didn't know, the house of Valentino is an Italian house. The designer, I think his name is Valentino Clemente Ludovico Garavani. Garavani. And he's 88 years old. He's been doing it for a real long time. His fashion house, Valentino, is super popular, and it's even got sub-branches off of that, like Red Valentino and some other stuff. I'll probably post it up there and post more like just little snippets of information about Valentino as the video goes on. So one of my favorite things about Valentino Uomo Intense, and we're just going to call it Uomo Intense at this point, is that it's not very expensive. You can find it in stores like Macy's, you can find it in like Bloomingdale's, you can find it in Nordstrom, maybe JCPenney. It's a popular fragrance, and yet I really don't hear a whole lot about it. I know that Jeremy Fragrance made it super popular, and honestly that's the whole reason I wanted to check it out to begin with. But I feel like it kind of gets casted aside because Valentino's not a super popular name when you compare it to ones like Dior or Chanel or Versace. Valentino is certainly up there though, and it's definitely respectable, but I just think that it doesn't really get the spotlight like that because some of the other fragrances do. One of the reasons that this is my favorite fall fragrance is because during a fall day it starts off a little bit chilly, starts off kind of cold, and then as the day progresses it warms up. Now, if you know fragrances like I do, you'll know that they tend to smell a little bit differently as the temperature changes. So like, you know what's a good example? Actually, I use this example all the time. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I've got this small travel size of By the Fireplace by Mason Margiela, and it smells really good during the cold weather. It's almost like the notes are more compact, and I think that's because the air is dense, and that's a different topic, but it smells a little bit differently in the cold weather, and then in the warm weather it's like it's cloying. It's really too much. It's not smooth anymore. It's just kind of weird. Well, Uomo Intense does that too, but it sits nicely in the spectrum of like warm weather and cold weather. Do you want to wear this in 90 degrees? No. Can you wear it with like 75? Yeah, you could. You can get away with it. I've done it and I've gotten compliments with it. Just, don't do more than like 3-4 sprays. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's a lot. Tip, maybe you should spray a little bit more. No, but yeah, during a fall day, it starts off cold and it smells great during that. If you can reapply later on in the day when it starts to warm up, you'll be in an even better spot because it's gonna project a little bit more because of that warm weather. And if it's not too hot, then it's still going to be nice and smooth, and that's what's going to get you compliments. Like at the very start, you do get the iris. It's a little bit powdery. Hey, if you're getting any enjoyment or any kind of knowledge or just something beneficial out of this video, please consider liking the video and subscribing. Let's get back to it. Yeah, you get that iris. It's a little bit powdery, and then as it starts to dry down, you get the leather a lot more too. And I think when it becomes a skin scent, it kind of smells like Nutella. It's not exactly like it, but it's like chocolatey goodness or something like that. It's fantastic, honestly. If you haven't gotten your nose on this, just get a decant of it. Don't blind buy it and buy a full bottle. You know, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I'm kind of against blind buying, and I'm not being a hypocrite. I've done it too, but like, learn from me. I'm telling you not to do that kind of stuff. Just buy like a decant of it. You'll be all right. Valentino Uomo Intense isn't very expensive. You can find it in department stores, and it's a real compliment getter, like, period. On top of that, it's a nice addition, like, aesthetically to your collection. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, like I said, it's a perfect fall fragrance in my opinion, and you can definitely wear it in the winter. You just do a few more sprays. Be careful if it's real hot. You can get away with it, but just, you know, kind of be light on the trigger, or kind of gauge it. One thing that I want to point out about this fragrance is the time of day to wear it. You could wear it during the day and get away with it. You can do that with really any fragrance. Like, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off. Even if it's like noir or a nighttime fragrance or a date fragrance or whatever, you can still get away with it if it's, you know, if you carry yourself in that way. But if I had to choose between night and day, I think Valentino Uomo Intense really shines at the nighttime when the weather is a little bit cooler, and maybe you're in a kind of crowded place. Like, let's say if you were to go to like an upscale bar, this fragrance is, yeah, this is the one for that. But I'm not saying that you can't wear it in other places. Like, you could wear it on a date night, you could wear it during the day. I wear it during the day. You could wear it casually if you want. It could be your signature scent. Sure, it's really nice. But I think the best place where it's gonna shine is like a crowded upscale bar. And nobody's doing crowded right now because of COVID. But that doesn't mean that you can't buy a decant of it and enjoy it for yourself. If you really like fragrances like I do, you not only wear them to make the impact on other people, but also because you really enjoy them. Now, for Gentleman Becoming, I'm trying to help people build confidence by using, you know, stellar fragrances like Uomo Intense, and how to dress a little bit more sharply using their wardrobe and mixing in their style and kind of teaching them that kind of stuff, and also how to work out in the gym. I make videos on all three concepts. But if you're somebody who is passionate about fragrances in general, like I am, and you're watching this, then you probably wear fragrances like all the time. You probably put on fragrances before you go to bed, don't you?
I know.
So on Nordstrom.com, you can find Uomo Intense for $84 for 1.7 ounces or 50 milliliters. But again, unless you fall in love with it and you really want to add it to your collection, I suggest just buying a decant of it. Get 10 milliliters. That'll give you a nice wear, you know, going into the fall and into the winter if you don't wear it all the time, if you rotate enough. And you'll get a real good feel for the fragrance. And if your significant other likes it, or if you just really love it, or you find yourself getting a lot of compliments, remember me. No, the fragrance is fantastic, and I definitely suggest picking it up in your collection. I've got a ton of other fragrances that work for the fall too, like Allure Homme Sport, Bleu de Chanel, of course, Tobacco Oud, Sauvage. Yeah, Sauvage is fine. I've got a ton of other fragrances here basically that would fit the bill for that, but this is my favorite one because I love the way that it smells. It is something just wonderful. There are some similarities between this and Dior Homme Intense, but the dry down is different. Like, the mid and the dry down are different. They open up very similarly. There's a slight difference, but I don't think that the common nose would be able to realize or focus in on what that is. But like, at the end of the day, I like the dry down on this better, and that's why I went with Valentino Uomo Intense. Yeah, it's great, and that's not to knock Dior anyway. And besides, if you're up to speed on fragrances, you know that they reformulated Dior Homme Intense, or Dior Homme, and now it kind of smells... it smells. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Again, my name's Jerome, and this is Gentleman Becoming, where I help you find your confidence. I hope you build confidence by utilizing your wardrobe, fragrances, working out at the gym. I want to help you build your self-esteem, and that's something that I'm very committed to doing. So when I have the time, I'll make some more videos, and this fall I plan to do a lot of that. I'm very motivated, and I feel focused. So, you know, I'll just run with it as far as I can, and hope that I can help some more people out there. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.